Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we're all set whenever everyone's all set.
I'm all set.
I'm good.
Okay, cool. Welcome back, listeners and watchers. I never acknowledge those. We're the Habby Hour. I'm back on the East Coast, which means that we can record episodes again. We missed games 2 and 3, and tonight was game 4. Montreal. Let's talk about the game really quick. Habs were a lot better in this game. Way better than they were in the game on Friday. Scoreless first period. It took a good deal the second period for the Habs to get on the board with a streaking Paul Byron, aided by Nick Suzuki from the boards.
Yeah,
Sprung,
nice pass, Nick.
Yes.
Yep, sprung our Lord Byron, who sinks it to make it 1-0 Habs going into the third. That coming off of a penalty kill, which we're going to talk about that. Third period happens halfway through the third. Some guy named McNabb gets a goal in past Price in the tiniest of little spots. 1-1 for the rest of the game until overtime. Overtime happens, and in the first 2 minutes, it's tucked to Pacioretty to Wah, and he nets it over a scrambling Price. So the Habs are going back to Vegas with the series tied 2-2. The fucking highlight of the game again. What the fuck is Chris Lee? What is he?
I don't understand.
He's an inept fucking asshole. Entitled fucking league, letting some fucking idiot officiate one of the best sports on the planet. Best sport,
semifinals.
worst league. It's the playoffs.
It's a disgrace.
It's an absolute embarrassment. In this game, in the game on Friday, and I mean, the game in Vegas, whatever. Like,
The egos on these bastards.
it's an absolute.
The egos on these bastards.
It's horrific. It is an absolute embarrassment. How are these people allowed to continue doing their jobs? I tweeted out earlier, Chris Lee would look great in a State Department because he doesn't do fucking shit.
Yeah.
Nick Suzuki gets sucker punched at the end of the second period. He's
front of a
fucking
ref.
staring at him,
Front of a ref.
and all he's doing is shaking his head. Oh, you can't do that.
Yeah, run the clock. Run the clock.
Yeah, run the clock. Don't fuck yourself, Chris Lee.
Yeah.
You stupid fucking cock scumbag. Fuck
Yeah.
him. Jesus Christ. Either way, Habs lose. Series tied 2-2. Would have rather go 3-1 back to
That
Vegas,
would have
but
been wonderful. That's what I was thinking about all day.
that's what I was thinking about all day as
Well, except for now, maybe they can win the series in Montreal.
And that would be cool too, but that would also be, again, with Chris Lee. Because due to COVID
He should
protocols,
not be allowed to officiate ever again. I don't understand. And I
COVID
think that
protocol.
I think they have well, I know, but don't they have another guy in the wings? I thought they had another guy in the wings. It is an absolute disgrace. It is a disgrace. And if I'm Luke Richardson, I am paying a fine tonight, boy. Or a player.
Absolutely.
I am paying a fine because that is an absolute disgrace.
And why are we talking about Luke Richardson? Well, in
Right.
coming back from Vegas, Dominic Ducharme has himself a positive COVID test. The only person on the Habs to have that happen. So he is out, potentially, for 14 days. Head coach of the Habs, not
July 3rd.
not coaching the team until next month in the playoffs again. This happens.
4 head coaches they've had
Fourth,
in the last
10 months.
10 months.
Awesome. Super.
and
4.
have coached a playoff game and won. Each of them have at least one win.
That they do.
Yep. But however, it should be noted that Dominic Ducharme, he is talking to the coaching staff via Zoom
Yeah.
between periods and
the
every
players.
day that he's out, and the players as well. So he's not just hanging out playing solitaire at home. He's still working. He feels good. He apparently doesn't have any symptoms or anything.
Yeah, asymptomatic
but-
apparently.
Tested positive twice. Like they did 2 tests, and so until further notice, he has to stay home. But he's he's still very invested and very involved in what's going on with the team.
He talked to the press, I think it was today.
Mm-hmm. Talking about his schedule and routine.
Yeah, and talking about how helpless he feels. I feel so bad for him. And he did everything right. Like, he did everything right.
Yeah.
And somehow he's still
he's
contracted.
vaccinated.
And he's fully vaccinated. Oh my God, you guys. On Friday, I noticed too late, but a Leafs fan came into my mentions.
Oh, really?
And I took them
way.
seriously. But like, first of all, there's like, oh, he's fine. I'm like, what the fuck do you know? Like, we still hadn't even had an official a confirmation from the league. This was just Drager and his rumors, right? So, and he's just like, oh, he's fine. And then I'm just like, he's just said, of course he's going to test positive because you get shot with COVID in the vaccine. And I'm like, well, then shouldn't everybody on the team be testing positive? And he's like, oh, if you believe that everybody on the team has been vaccinated, then you're too naive to talk to. I'm like, oh, okay, then bye. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Go
like,
read Breitbart, you fucking lobotomy victim. Jesus Christ.
It wasn't until too late that I realized it was a Leafs fan. I'm just like, oh, fuck off.
No patience for any of that nonsense.
Nope.
I posted
go ahead. Sorry. But Sean Campbell, our friend Sean,
friend of the podcast,
was saying that the Habs are the strictest team in the entire NHL when it comes to all of this medical stuff. Like, do you think that players are actually going to go, no, pass, I'm not going to take the vaccine? Like, just shut up. Whoever you are, I've already forgotten your name.
Yeah.
I didn't know it to begin with. Anyway.
I mean, if Dominic Ducharme got fucking COVID, I definitely have COVID because I was licking doorknobs. Yep. I was playing video poker. I was going to bikini bars. Oh my God. Oh. Sit down.
Bikini bars.
Lady comes over, and this is a lady. Like, shit, this is a Vegas lady. Comes over and she stares at me. And I thought it was because I was wearing a Habs hat, and I was staring back at her, and she's like, "It's a nice porn stash you got there." I'm like, "Thank you." I usually call it I actually refer to it as the Tom Selleck, but there it was.
That's a very Tom Selleck. You're right.
Funny.
Either that or
Freddie Mercury.
Or shit.
Oh, the guy with you mean the Western?
brawny man? The paper towels?
No, Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, Burt Reynolds.
Right. Him as well.
Rest in peace.
He's nice.
Rest in peace. Rip.
I did not have as salacious a time in Vegas as Dave did.
I spent so much money.
Got good Mexican food.
Oh yes.
I got vegan donuts. I went souvenir shopping. I went to the M&M store, which was really fun. I've never been to an M&M store before.
Oh my God.
I got a blanket for $5. I was very excited.
For those of you that don't know,
the bargain shopping is good in Vegas.
It was a good time.
The M&M store, Vegas. You can get any M&M you want there.
They have a wall. It's literally a wall. It's every M&M available, and you get a bag, and it's a lot of money. It's like
go to town.
$17 for half a pound of M&Ms, but you just push levers.
About the candies?
Yeah, the candies. And then you can make your own personalized M&Ms. You can get any color you want, and then you can put your name on them. You can put a smiley face, a symbol, cool. Whatever. They have like clothes. They have these little tote bags, and it's like you pick a color of M&M, and then like whatever color you pick, it has like it has personality traits on it. So like if you're red, then you're sassy and funny and life of the party or whatever. They have the guy whoever drives the like M&M's race car in NASCAR, they have like a bunch of stuff with like his stuff on it.
They have M&M race car?
Yeah, it's sponsored by M&M's. Yeah. And they have his race car. They have like one of his race cars or a replica in the M&M store, and it's 4 floors. You have to take escalators to get to all the levels. But they have a race car and you can take pictures with the race car, which is pretty. Like, I'm not in a
That's
NASCAR, but I
incredible.
thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
It is a
They
serious
have an
story.
M&M's movie. I didn't watch the movie, but they have an M&M's movie. You can go watch and whatever. They have so much stuff. If you ever see an M&M store, you should go.
There's
It's
one.
different. I can't even. M&Ms aren't vegan. I didn't even eat M&Ms, but I still went in and it was a
I
good
don't
time.
like chocolate.
The all right. There's an
Only when I'm
M&M.
pregnant.
There's an M&M store also in New York City in Times Square. At least the last time I was there, which was years ago now. Thanks, COVID. But yeah, I was in Vegas at the same time that Beth was. Unfortunately,
Yes.
we could not connect because
schedules
there's
did not work out.
way too much going on, and
It's okay.
I wanted to meet your mom when I was there,
I
and that didn't work out either.
Shit you not. I have never in my life felt heat like that ever.
It was so hot. I wouldn't go
Scalding.
outside when the sun was out. I would not go outside.
I couldn't.
I would not.
Like, as soon as we got home after the game, I was like, fuck this. It is 112 degrees out, and it's 10 o'clock at night, which is like 45 or 46 degrees.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh my
Like,
God. At night.
At night. And
The
like,
low was 40
always
at
cold.
3 a.m.
Yes. I'm
It's supposed to
always
get
cold.
in the desert at nighttime.
Not in Vegas. They're going through a heat wave.
Not this. Oh my God.
We were at a hockey game, and it was literally the hockey game too. It was the hottest day a game has ever been played in the NHL ever.
I'm walking around outside, and every time I breathed in, it felt like I had an oven on in the kitchen, and my head was inside of it, just breathing in an oven. It was.
I am not.
It was the craziest heat.
It was. They're going through a heat wave. It's
nuts.
Bad. But I am not an air conditioning person because I'm always cold, and my hotel room was at 69 degrees because it was that hot. I'm always put my air conditioning at 69 degrees if I'm not paying for it.
Nice.
I couldn't believe it. I was I was shocked.
It was bad.
Anyway, the Habs did very well in Vegas. However, split the series. Thank God.
Yeah.
They took the game on Friday as well with some overtime heroics by Josh Anderson. We can get off his back now because he had a fairly good game tonight as well.
He sure did.
He did.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. In Vegas,
John Merrill has had a good game.
John Merrill.
He had a good
What
game
a
this
good
evening.
series.
Yeah, he's been.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, John Merrill. I forget he's in the lineup, and then I see him, and I'm like, that was good. Good job, John. John Merrill.
And also a former Knight, John Merrill, as well.
Yeah.
Forget about that. It's okay.
Him
Him and all of his girls. Oh my God, that picture for Father's Day.
I know. That's what I was going to mention. The Father's Day pictures.
Those were amazing.
And Eric Stahl. Ooh la la. Why is he so?
All of his kids look just like him.
I know.
Porsche Weber, none of his kids look like him.
None of his
They all look
children
like
look
Bailey.
him. Porsche Weber. And Carrie Price's children all look like him.
My gosh,
I can't
they
really
do.
tell with Lincoln yet.
Yeah.
He looks like, to me, he looks like Liv. Like when Liv was a baby. So I feel like he looks
Right.
like Carrie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So the game in Vegas, right? Yeah. The game in Vegas. Habs went up 3-0 in the second period, and it was like, oh man, we're rolling this. Yoel Armia, Tyra Toffoli, Paul Byron again. And then the guy
For you, Beth.
For me, I think that's my first Paul Byron goal that I've seen in person.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
The
Amazing.
guy that is that's killing the Habs right now on the Knights is freaking Petrangelo.
Yeah.
Man, that guy, he is just going for it. Petrangelo again in the first game in Montreal where we have Josh Anderson finishing off the scoring to win that game, and then we had tonight with Byron again.
Yep.
And then the Knights finishing it off in overtime.
Every goal he scores is heroic.
It is. It absolutely is. It's Foo Fighters playing in his head every time.
Yes.
Wow.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes.
If you watch him on the bench, so Paul Byron, he's not like a super gregarious guy. Like he's really quiet and
He's a
whatever, but
Sith Lord.
he smiles. He is a Sith Lord. He did tell me that.
That's right.
But he smiles every once in a while usually, or he like laughs at something. But if you watch him on the bench lately, he's so scary looking. And I'm like, he's so small compared to the rest of the team.
And his
But
head.
it's so tiny. His helmet's always crooked. Always. Because his head is so small. But he's so engaged and so focused. And he wants this. He wants this. That's all he's thinking about. And he's making checks and breaking necks. Like he does not he's hitting people below their center of gravity because he's so much smaller than them. Him and Cole Caulfield. He's checking everybody out there. And I can't, like, I feel like next game he's like, listen, like I have been working, I've just been building this up and building this up, and then I'm like, next game I feel like we're gonna see even more of this from him because he just keeps getting more and more intense as this goes along.
Absolutely. Kudos also
Agreed.
to Cole Caulfield. He's
Yeah.
having an incredible series right now.
Oh my God.
The Suzuki Caulfield and Toffoli line, not converting, I guess, as much as one would like, but like, Jesus, what a line that is.
Yeah.
As well, man, Stahl, Perry, and Armia. There's just
Yeah.
no.
They do something every time they're out there.
And every shift in that first period
Every
was
shift.
Perry just getting something going on and nothing called, but it's like we can't even talk about it because nothing is going to happen.
Nope.
It's ridiculous.
They don't care.
Did
Yeah.
you see the shot of Corey Perry arriving at the Bell Center?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And Amin, who's our friend?
Ian.
Ian. Who said, Corey Perry, you fucking legend.
Yeah. It was
Like,
nice.
beautiful.
Huge black. Like that's going to be
The
a scar
stitches.
that, yeah.
7 to 8 stitches for not a high stick.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
Okay. Sure.
Interesting.
Did you see him today though? When he was given the explanation that there was no penalty called on that because it was a follow through.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, we all know it was a high stick.
Okay.
Like everybody knows it was a high stick.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do not understand why these refs have zero accountability. Zero
None.
accountability.
None.
And if you say something
None.
about them, you get fined. What the hell is
Apparently.
this?
So I was not aware of this. I was catching up on Locked On
Privilege
Canadians.
and entitlement.
Yes. I was catching
Ego.
up on Locked On Canadians today on my way to work. Hello, Scott and Laura. If you don't listen
Hi,
to
Scott
Locked
and
On
Laura.
Canadians,
Hi, Scott and Laura.
you should. It's great. 30 minutes every morning catches you up on the Habs news.
Yeah.
But they said that
After
there
us.
is
And Laura's
a person.
hilarious.
Laura's so funny.
So fucking
And
funny.
Scott has adorable pets. He just got a new puppy.
Oh.
Yes, they have a cat and just got a new puppy.
Okay, let me check it out.
But Scott and Laura said that there is a person that the GMs can go talk to about the officiating and say, hey, can you explain to me why this, and this happened? And that the Knights previously did this. And so now the refereeing is supposed to be more evened out. This is during the regular season. They had it be more evened out after
Wanking motion.
after talking to this person. And they suggested that Mark Bergevin should do the same thing because nobody else is saying anything. It's not where we just let it go and things are evening out on their own. Like, I mean, we've seen the last few games. It's both sides. Like, there's stuff that's not being called in the Habs too. We can admit that, but
Oh yeah,
it's
it was
not
both
whining.
ways.
It's not whining. It's not tattling. It's wanting accountability and wanting a game to be played fairly. The officiating should not be the main subject of a playoff
Every
matchup.
other game, it's like the refs are
Exactly.
shit. How is this? It blows my
This
mind.
isn't.
Nobody's
not
there
fun.
to watch you. We don't
No.
care about you.
I don't
Like,
want. I
That's
I've
not why
said
we're
this
tuning in.
so many times. We don't want to know the names of the refs. We should not know the names of the refs. We should not react when we find out who's refing the game. There should not be a reaction. We're like, okay, it's Brad Simmons. What the fuck ever.
It should be like the Olympics.
Yeah. Bring in the NWHL refs.
But
Bring
it's
in
just like,
IHF refs.
yeah, allowing shit like that adds to the drama,
Yeah.
which is what people are tuning in for, especially the casual fans or the non-NHL fans or whatever. That's why
I think it leads to more fights and whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And Shea Weber with Znobzek or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Almost got
Or
into
reminds me
it.
of that plastic surgeon guy from the League, the show The League.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it's a good show. You should watch it. It's about fantasy football
Moron.
league, but it's really good. But yeah, that guy, Nosek, he's annoying. I'm tired of him. But like everybody wants to be famous like Wes McCauley, and I'm like, Wes McCauley is famous because he's funny.
'Cause he's good.
He's a human being and he's good at his job.
Yeah.
Be good at your job. That's how you get recognized.
Can you anybody else who fails that badly at their role and doing the actual opposite of what they're hired to do would be fired?
Not calling that shot on Suzuki. I don't
He's
care.
Like, he's just standing right there.
I don't like Suzuki was on the ground, gets checked.
Yeah.
Suzuki whacks him while he's standing up. Shove. Suzuki loses his stick. I think he might have got pulled or he dropped it on the slash, whatever.
I thought somebody
But then he gets punched in the face, and Chris Lee is right there.
Yeah.
Staring at it. That is a fucking it's roughing.
Yeah.
I want his address.
Fuck, man. Someone
Chris
slashes
Lee's address.
fucking tires, that piece of shit.
Somebody send it to me.
Anyway, Gord Miller. One of the things Ray Ferraro and I talked about for years is how jarring it is to go from the international hockey, the international hockey tournament, Olympics, World Champion, World Juniors, to the NHL. Standards seem completely different, and it's true.
Yep.
Yeah.
It should be international rules.
Yep.
This kind of shit won't be fucking happening. Ugh.
I mean, we've said this with referees, and we've also said this with headshots and head hits. It should be the same all across the board.
Ray Ferraro, in responding to Mitch Melnick, sorry, Beth. I think the biggest problem, Mitch, is that we can all see more of what goes on with all the cameras. That is true. We have the bird's eye view, that are available to show games. It's gone on forever, but now we can see it, and it looks ridiculous.
Yeah, but the ref is standing right there.
You know what? And the ref should be off the fucking ice, too.
Yeah.
He's thinking about getting out of the way of the play. What other ref has to... I've already had this fucking conversation.
And it was either, I think it was last game. It was game...
Paul Byron? The ref was almost
yes.
Paul Byron from scoring the last game.
Then there was another one where like the ref got knocked down. And I mean, the play went on without him, but I'm like, you should not be there.
Yeah.
If you get knocked down, if you get hit, you are not doing your job properly because you are in the way.
That happened on the second goal twice in the shift, leading to McNabb's goal. Inconclusive whether or not it would happen, but the boards are used a lot in hockey, and he was on the boards in the same spot, and he interfered with the play twice in that spot. Would it have prevented a goal? No. Maybe not. Maybe so. But we shouldn't be fucking talking about it.
Exactly.
No.
It's like when a ref got an assist earlier in the season because he was in the fucking way.
And then the one that got shot off the guy's sack and went into the goal. Remember that? Whenever that happened? Some clearing attempt, like hit a ref square in the whoo, and it went into the goal.
Mm-hmm.
What? That shouldn't happen.
No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't.
Jesus.
But I mean, people want to say the refs aren't influencing play, but their positioning on the ice literally influences play. And
it totally does. Players have to react.
Exactly.
They have to get out of the way.
That's another thing that they have to think about that they shouldn't have to think about while they're playing hockey.
Ridiculous. Absolutely fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And it's allowed. Anyways, Vegas was a lot of fun, even though I almost died.
In the heat. It gets that hot in Ashcroft. Like, I've been in that kind of heat. And it is
so hot.
It's
very hot.
you can't do anything. You
Like,
can't do anything.
I don't know. Exactly. Yeah, you can't do anything. Like,
No.
at all.
Speaking of Vegas, I just want to say that all the Vegas fans that I interacted with while I was there were lovely.
They were super cool. Oh my God. Yeah, I had a
In
great
and
time
out of
with
the
everybody.
arena, I had a great time. Like we walked, my mom's hotel was really close to the arena, so we walked to the game even though it was hot as balls. And like we had a couple people like honk and like yell at the window like go Knights go or whatever. But it was super friendly, like not
Yeah.
anything mean at all. People at the arena were awesome. um I saw a lot of Habs fans, which was really cool. I saw like a Guy Lafleur, a Larry Robinson jersey. um I don't know.
Nice.
I saw some really cool stuff. There was another jersey that I saw that I didn't recognize, so I don't know if it was like a super personal one or what. But I don't like the whoever said that like Vegas fans are evil or whatever, mean or rude.
No.
Like there's bad apples in every bunch. There's Habs fans that I don't like condone their actions or whatever because people have done some shitty things.
Yeah.
But don't be afraid to go to Vegas and go see a game. I went in the semifinals. I wore a Habs jersey in and out of the arena, walked all around Vegas and won, and I was fine. Everybody was super great. So highly recommend if you have the chance.
Even that first at I guess it was game 1 where they were playing with a beach ball in the rink.
Yeah.
And I said something about it, of course, but it's just like even the Vegas fans who I interacted with after that were all decent. Like you could talk to them, you could have a conversation, and you know, and it's just like, dude, it's just like all I'm trying to say is you're at a hockey game that you paid a lot of money for. It's a playoff hockey game.
Oh yeah.
You're not playing during play.
No.
That's what those people are there because of the party. They're not there because they're hockey fans.
Also, the cheerleaders are really nice. I met some of the cheerleaders because they ended up standing next to us and doing some of their like hype up stuff. And I chatted with them a little bit, and they're super nice. They like were taking pictures with like all these little kids and stuff and talking. Like they were having like conversations with little kids, like really like getting into like whatever they were into and stuff. And they were really nice. So they're really nice girls. Be nice to them, even if you don't agree with hockey cheerleaders.
It's Vegas.
No reason to not
it's Vegas.
It's Vegas.
It's Vegas. They're lovely ladies. Yeah. Like they're cool. They're cool people.
Yeah, it's Vegas. Smoking is allowed.
Exactly.
So it's a party.
Oh my God.
It just smells like weed and perfume in Vegas. It's great because there's all the showgirls on the sidewalk all the time. Mm-hmm. So it just smells like weed and perfume. It's a good time. Like I didn't have to buy anything. I was like, I'll just get whatever comes out of the shop.
It is 11:30 Eastern and 8:30 right Western Pacific. Sorry.
8:36.
8:36. It is 106 degrees Fahrenheit, 41 degrees Celsius right now in Vegas.
Holy mother.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yep, and it was.
It's hot here.
Yeah.
Look up Port Moody.
Sure. Let's see how hot it is.
Really hot.
Port Moody. Oh, it doesn't.
It's also humid here, so that's different.
That okay.
That's like walking through a soup.
I'm a rainforest. I'm in a rainforest.
The humidity argument down. It's a dry heat. I was in an oven. I don't care how dry the oven is. I was dying.
Dave became a chicken wing.
I became a chicken wing.
26 degrees, 8:36. 26. That's hot for here.
Okay.
It's hot for Port Moody.
What is it?
That sounds quite pleasant.
That's definitely fair.
You know what's pleasant is what it was earlier today. 18 degrees is perfect.
Yes.
Nice. That's
weather.
A perfect day.
It's 30 here today.
Oh my God. Ugh. So I don't have too much more to say about the house, but yeah, bikini bar. I saw that Veronica was questioning that. Bikini bar is...
all I'm doing, I'm not questioning it. I just don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a bar where ladies don't wear a whole lot of clothing while they're bartending.
Right.
And they are very...
I hope they're not close to hot things. Like they could...
No. They're just slinging drinks. They're not cooking or anything like that.
Okay.
So Mr. D's Sports Bar in Las Vegas, you can smoke in there, and there's video poker. So you just put $20 into video poker. As long as you're playing video poker, you get free drinks comped. Do it.
Yeah.
As long as you're playing 50 cents a hand, rather. Don't do the quarters, because they'll catch you on that. 50 cents a hand. I spent $40 on one Stella, because I played very slowly. And I drank slowly, too. For reasons. Let's see. Closing thoughts. Series tied 2-2 Going back to Vegas, Habs can win. It doesn't. I'm not even all that worried. I have no idea.
I'm not worried at all.
I have no idea who the Knights are going to play next game between Leonard and Fleury.
Leonard, 100%. Have you seen how broad he is?
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He doesn't even have to be a good goalie.
Nope. It's like Ben Bishop, the toothless wonder. And I mean, Leonard has been a Habs killer for a while. And although should they switch up at all between now and the end of the series, I feel like don't get me wrong, I have respect for Marc-Andre Fleury. He's a great goalie, but he is one who he gets in his head, and
I get it.
This switching will get in his head.
I get flashbacks of whenever the Penguins were in the playoffs with Fleury, and it was usually an unmitigated disaster.
Yeah, I think for me, I really like Marc-Andre Fleury. I think he's a really wonderful person.
Mm-hmm.
The things that he does in real life, he's such a good person. And this might be unpopular, but I think he's overrated. I think people give him way too much credit.
He
as a goalie
has some incredible stats leading into things. I think he's third all time in playoff wins. I could be wrong. I don't have it in front of me, but he's up there in a few categories. I mean, but then again, if you're in the playoffs half the time with Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin,
exactly,
you're gonna win, you know. But as a playoff performer, I've always questioned.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Because look at the Matt Murray Cups. Fleury was terrible at the beginning of the series. Then Matt Murray cleaned house. Mm-hmm. Of course, it's easy when you have the three-headed dragon of Crosby, Malkin, and Phil Kessel. But yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, I'm not all that worried.
I'm thinking they're going to go with Leonard. If DeBoer had the balls to go with Leonard, I think he's going to stick with Leonard now.
Habs kind of have to pick it up a bit offensively because, and here's a very true stat. If the Habs score 2 goals, they have not lost a game in the playoffs. They only scored 1 goal tonight. That matters. They also scored 1 goal against the Jets, but that doesn't even count because the Jets were just bad.
Yeah, they were just bad. I'm everybody just needs to push hard and keep doing what they're doing.
Yep, that's it.
I mean, Armia has been lit for the Lord, basically, in the playoffs.
Also replaced Caulfield for a bit in the third period with Suzuki. So for a little bit, we had a Suzuki to Foley Armia line.
I don't hate, to be honest. It's not not a knock on Caulfield. He's young. This is his first time.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
that's fine. Yeah.
I appreciate what Luke Richardson's doing. I'm look, you're comfortable to try things out. I mean, you're talking with Dom, so I mean, everybody and their mom has ragged on you in the past, but we're gonna see what works. So just as long as they come out hard and keep doing what they're doing and push on Tuesday, then I think we'll see good things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I truly and honestly haven't seen in this. I didn't watch Vegas at all year. Mm-hmm. I didn't watch them at all in the playoffs leading up to this round. And I haven't seen anything that indicates to me that the Habs don't belong in this series.
Nope.
I mean, if they don't belong, then beat them.
Exactly.
There it is.
But it's just everybody was like, Amanda Stein, remember her? She was on the morning show once this week. Amanda Stein, she used to be a TSN 690.
Does she still work for the Devils?
And she works for the Devils.
Okay.
And so they had her on. I don't know why.
Maybe because she's with PK.
To preview this series. And she was just saying, oh, you guys, you just don't even know. This is now, the North Division is going to be playing these teams in the States. And it's just you don't even know how mismatched and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just well, I think that because you work with the Devils, maybe that's why you think Vegas is so good because the Devils suck.
And she was totally on the Subban train. So any opinion out of her
Yeah.
Coming
But I
from
mean,
her
from,
direction,
like-
I'm like,
she was almost like talking down, like you guys don't understand the level that people are playing on in the United States.
yeah, it took
Okay, has she
overtime to beat Carrie.
Been watching,
Yeah.
like,
Amanda Stein can go.
I was really
nuts,
annoyed
dude.
when I heard that, and I
That's
haven't
fine.
seen her say anything since. So
and a lot of it's not just her. Like a lot of people have been saying, like, oh, the North Division is just gonna be bombasted or whatever, straight out of the gate once they get to playing with American teams.
there's so many excuses and narratives
Yeah.
going around, like people trying to figure out why Montreal is where they are.
Exactly. Like, yeah, sure. A Canadian team hasn't won the cup in
93, 25
20
years. Last team was the Habs.
it's 28 years, honeybee.
That's because Gary Bettman has been investing in the United States for all
yes.
this time.
But
All those players are Canadian.
exactly. But like exactly. But I'm just like just because something has been true for a long time doesn't mean it's going to stay true for a long time or longer than whatever.
When you
like
pay off Chris Lee, when you bribe Chris Lee, anything is possible.
When Chris Lee
Chris
just decides to
fucking
have a
Lee.
fucking bottle of
I
Crown
want his
before the
address.
game.
yeah.
Idiot.
I wish I
Okay.
could I wish I could drunk before I
Yep, we're out of time. Good job, Islanders, on beating Tampa Bay. That was insane. And yeah, I'm hoping the Islanders
Yesterday.
beat them. Yep.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
They got Moxie,
They do got moxie.
Long Island.
Atlanta.
I just I'm sick of a Cooper.
All right. So like, subscribe, all that stuff.
Yes, tell all your friends.
Tell all your friends. Thanks
And
for tuning in. This is our
and-
first episode in a while.
Yes, it is. And we'll have Game 5 Tuesday.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Tuesday.
Back in
Yes.
Vegas. And then we can see who tests positive this time around. Awesome.
Poor Dominic.
All right, so
Jesus.
see you later, everybody.
Okay, bye.
Bye.